Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and I am talking about Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, with my son Logan.
Hi.
This has spoilers all over it. So if you haven't seen the movie, go see the movie, then come check out this video. So Logan, what did you want to talk about in this video?
The droids.
Exactly. Alright, so we are going to talk about droids in the Star Wars universe. So what do you think is interesting about droids and the way they use them in the Star Wars
world? Basically all of the droids that are in the movies, like the main droids, are really funny, and they mostly, on funniness, they mostly rely on it with droids. And I think droids are really cool in the series, but it's really, well, droids, they're funny all the time, just doing all their funny stuff, and like C-3PO and BB-8 and R2-D2.
So I completely agree with you. I think a lot of the humor in the movies comes from droids, right? And BB-8 was absolutely very funny.
Yeah.
All right. Now, do you remember seeing episodes 4, 5, and 6, the ones with Luke and Leia and Han?
Yeah.
You remember those? Okay. Now, do you remember Boba Fett?
Yeah.
Okay. So what was Boba Fett? Do you know what? What was his job?
He was a bounty hunter.
That's exactly right. Right. Now, with Boba Fett, there were some other bounty hunters. There was a bounty hunter named Bosk, and he looked like a lizard man. And there was a bounty hunter named Dengar, and he had bandages all over himself.
Oh, yeah.
And there was a bounty hunter named IG-88. And guess what IG-88 was?
A droid?
He was! There was a bounty hunter that was a droid. And guess what? He was not funny at all. He was he was a hardcore dude, man. He had, like, a laser rifle on one arm. And he could actually hold a laser rifle, and he was really, really dangerous bounty hunter. Yeah. So you're absolutely right. Droids are absolutely used for humorous effect in the movies, but there were some droids that were like really very dangerous as well. So I have a question. Okay. So in the movie, the droids serve the people as servants. Now, we like BB-8, and we like C-3PO, and we like R2-D2. Do you think it's fair for them to tell those droids, hey, go get me a blue juice?
Well, not really.
You think they should be nicer to the droids, right?
Yes.
Right, and maybe they should do things for the droids, not just droids doing things for people?
Well, also, they fix them up whenever they get exploded, like C-3PO.
True. That is true. So you think maybe it is fair because they take good care of them? It's fair that they use them as servants?
Yeah.
I hear you.
They're sort of like pets.
They are very much like pets. I completely agree. I think the droids in the film are very much the way people use pets today. And I think people have, like, emotional attachments. People in the film have emotional attachments to their droids. Would you agree with that? Like, do you think Poe Dameron had an emotional attachment to his droid BB-8?
Yeah.
I agree. I think
like Rey, when the portion guy was like, I'll have 60 portions for that droid.
That's right, 60 portions. So that person on Jakku, he offered Rey 60 portions for BB-8. Now, do you think Rey did the right thing by not selling him?
Yes.
All right, even though that would have been a lot of food. All right, I totally agree. So yeah, I definitely agree that the droids do kind of serve the role of person. Now I have a question for you. Okay, Poe got into trouble and he was kidnapped, and he was on a ship called the Finalizer. That was the name of the First Order Star Destroyer he was on. Okay, and who saved him from the Finalizer? Who helped him get off the Finalizer? Do you remember FN-21? Yeah, that's exactly right. That's right. So Finn helps him, right? So at that point, BB-8 is down on Jakku, and Rey helps him escape from Tito. Right? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have a question. When everybody gets back together near the end, when Poe is when BB-8 is together with Poe and together with Rey, he goes with Poe to help Poe. because he was originally Poe's droid. But BB-8 has formed a very strong friendship with Rey. Do you think BB-8 should have returned with Poe or should have returned with Rey? What do you think?
Maybe Poe. Probably Poe.
Yeah, he should have went with Poe. So BB-8, you think Poe? You think BB-8 made the right decision?
Yeah.
Right, that's a good point. That's a good point. Absolutely. So that's those are all excellent points. Is there any other points you think about droids within the Star Wars universe?
Well, some of them are used for battle, and some of them are. They have all sorts of needs, and they're really cool because there's 20 bajillion of them.
Yeah.
And
so I have a question for you. Okay. So General Leia Organa, do you remember General Leia Organa? So she had a relationship with Han, remember? And whose mom was she? Do you remember?
Kylo Ren's.
That's exactly right. Okay. She is a general within the Resistance, okay? Now they've just got their butt handed to them by they had a very strong victory against the Resistance by killing the Starkiller base.
Yeah.
But they're going to have to continue to fight them, and Kylo Ren escaped, right? So Kylo Ren is extremely dangerous.
No, he didn't.
That's right. I remember you think that Kylo Ren is dead, correct?
Yes.
All right, so go along with me here. Let's say that there's a very strong leader within the Resistance, okay? Mm-hmm. So General Leia is going to need to send out some soldiers. Who should she send out? Trained soldiers, okay, like Poe Dameron and like Finn, now that he's joined the Resistance.
Yeah.
Or should she buy some battle droids and send out battle droids? That way nobody dies. What do you think?
In my opinion, battle droids.
So you think the Resistance should use battle droids rather than using human fighters,
well,
correct?
If they have the equipment to be steel, very
strong. So we've already seen this in Star Wars episodes 1, 2, and 3, and we know what happens with battle droids. Battle droids are not as effective as human fighters, but when they die, you could just build new ones, and it's expensive, but you don't lose people, right?
Yeah.
So let's say that it's actually 10 to 1. Let's say you need 10 battle droids to equal 1 human fighter. Then, do you still think General Leia Organa should use battle droids or human fighters? What do you think?
Battle droids.
Battle droids.
Yeah.
Interesting. My take is you got to go with human fighters. And the reason why is battle droids are ineffective, and nothing fights harder than somebody who cares about what they're doing. And a droid just can't care about what they're doing. So I think she should use human fighters, personally. Yeah. All right. Well, hey, that was really cool talking about droids. Any other thoughts before we end?
I was thinking about what? I forgot.
That's okay. That's all right. That's good. Thank you very much for doing this video with me and talking about droids. Thank you guys out there for taking a look at what we think about droids in the Star Wars 7 Force Awakens film.
Bye.